One today. Let's see if you guys can guess what we're going to cover first. What do you feel like besides sleep is going to be the next just most important thing that we can do for our health? What's the one thing that if we don't learn how to get it under control can just overtake every aspect of our health? I want to see if you guys can guess first. Oh, and Renee says she didn't get any text yet. We haven't sent any text yet, so you haven't missed anything. We're not gonna send many text, but the first one should be going out sometime today. So don't worry about that. Renee guesses stress. Bing, bing, bing. You've got it, girl. We are going to tackle stress. Stress is everywhere. According to the American Institute of Stress, there's a whole institute devoted to stress. 77% of people regularly experience symptoms, physical symptoms caused by stress. 48% of people, that's nearly half of the people in the world, report lying awake at night due to stress. Stress affects every aspect of our health. Sleep. So we already talked about sleep. If you're still having trouble sleeping, I'm here to guess that it's probably due to stress. So, we're going to tackle both of these things together, and they both relate, right? If we're not sleeping well, we tend to get more stressed out. If we're more stressed out, we're not sleeping well, and it's just a vicious cycle. Stress also affects our respiratory health, our cardiovascular health. We say cardiovascular disease is one of the number one killers. I say stress is the number one killer because that's what is causing most people's heart disease, that and poor diet. Digestion, our immune system. Our immune systems don't work as well when we're under stress. They're just stressed out to the max and they don't work as well. Our hormones, our endocrine system, our hormone levels are directly related to stress. Higher stress means higher cortisol. Higher cortisol also is known to lead to more weight gain or trouble losing weight. So if you're, starting out the new year trying to lose weight and you're following a really strict exercise routine, diet routine, you're watching your caloric intake or whatever your strategy is, if you're not managing your stress, I don't think you're going to find much progress. It's one of the best things you can do for your health, and especially if you're trying to lose weight, is learn how to manage your stress. So much more is related to stress. Now, essential oils are an amazing tool for lowering stress, for lowering your cortisol. The essential oils, what they do, they go into our body. They either go into our nose, in our skin, in our lungs, and they reach this area of our brain called the limbic system, which in turn can have a very calming effect on our entire body and mind. In fact, when they've done studies with brain mapping, where they'll put like this funny looking machine on people's heads to map their brain and what areas of the brain are firing, they have seen that just inhaling and smelling certain scents will stimulate different parts of the brain. And it can have a very calming effect on the whole system. So learning to use essential oils in our day-to-day lives can help us manage our stress and promote a sense of calm and happiness. So today we're gonna take action. We're going to first choose which essential oils that are going to be our personal go-to stressors. So if you've been in this group for like more than 5 seconds, you've probably learned by now, I am not a fan of telling you exactly which oils you need to be using. I think that choosing the right oils for yourself is a sort of organic process that is first going to be determined by what do we have around already? So most of you here are going to have a collection of essential oils, whether that be small or big. If you have a small collection, we're going to try first to work with just what you've got. All right. If you have like no oils or just 1 or 2 oils, or you feel like maybe your oils just aren't a good quality, then that's when you'll need to go and purchase some essential oils. You can definitely ask for some recommendations in the group for which oils to start with, or just use the oils that I recommend here as a place to start. So first, we're going to choose the oils that are going to be our personal go-to oils. So I've got some suggestions here. I'm going to start with some suggestions for beginners, people who are newer to essential oils. They might not have many oils around. They might not have a lot of practice with blending oils and things like that. So the first oil I'm going to talk about is lavender. Of course, you could probably guess. Lavender essential oil, just a great go-to for de-stressing. I'd say lavender works for most people to help them lower their stress hormones. I know a few people who lavender tends to have more of an uplifting, exciting effect on their body. So again, this is about your body, not mine. Lavender works great for me. It might not work for you. Another recommendation would be frankincense that I thought I had in front of me, but apparently I don't. Frankincense essential oil, my personal favorite go-to for stress or anything related to mood. And then Peace and Calming is a Young Living blend that I talked about already in the sleep challenge. So if you want to learn what single oils are in the Peace and Calming blend, you can go watch the sleep post or read the sleep post there. And then I'm going to mention one other blend. I think that if you're newer to essential oils, starting with blends that are already pre-formulated for you is just a really easy way to go. So another one of my favorite blends is Stress Away. It's a Young Living blend as well, and it consists of copaiba, lavender, cedarwood, can't count, cedarwood, acacia, and lime essential oil. So copaiba, just to break this down a little bit, and any of these you can also use as singles if you have these around and see how they might affect you and your stress. So copaiba, it's kind of a rare essential oil. It supports the body's natural response to inflammation and irritation. Very calming. It's got a kind of a sweet smell as well. I really like it. Lavender essential oil, we've already talked about. It can help you relax. It can help you wind down. It can ease stress. Cedarwood has a very earthy aroma. Some people really don't like the smell of cedarwood. So if this is the kind of thing, like, I'd say if you don't like the smell of an essential oil for the purpose of this challenge for stress, I probably wouldn't use it. I feel like if you smell an oil and you're like, oh, that does not smell good, then it's not really going to help you de-stress. It might help you in other ways, but for the purpose of this challenge, we're just going to stick with oils that you actually like the smell of. But cedarwood, I love. It's so great for the brain. It's got a lot of sesquiterpenes, which is a chemical compound that goes into our brain, past the blood-brain barrier. It's very calming, very purifying, and very grounding. Acacia it's a very unique essential oil. It helps aid the body's natural response to irritation. It's from the cinnamon family. So any herbalists here who might know a lot about cinnamon, you can share about that if you want in the comments below. And then lime is the last oil that is in the Stress Away blend, and it helps us just stay present. I think citrus oils have a great way of helping us uplift and stay centered and present. So if you have a citrus oil around, like orange, lime, lemon, grapefruit, that could be a great de-stress oil for you. The last ingredient in Stress Away 2 is vanilla absolute, which is not technically an essential oil. I don't know of anyone that carries vanilla essential oil like as a single. I love it though, and it smells great in this blend. So those are some suggestions for beginners who need some suggestions for oils for de-stressing. Okay, I'm going to give a few tips for our more advanced oil users if you want to get into the art of blending your own oils. Here's a few suggestions just based on my personal experience and the research that I've done on essential oils that help with stress. Bergamot, ylang ylang, and lavender. We've already talked about this. It's one of my favorite sleepy time blends as well. So bergamot, ylang ylang, lavender. And then this next one is a lot of citrus oils, grapefruit, orange, tangerine, and then balance that out with some lavender. And then the third blend you can try is neroli, which on its own is an amazing de-stress oil. Neroli, frankincense, tangerine, and blue tansy essential oil. So I'm going to post these blends and the single oils that I recommended as well in the Facebook post when I'm done with this video. So you can refer back to that. And then if you feel comfortable mixing your own essential oils up, find a blend that works for you and blend that up. So our action step for day one for the reboot is step number one, go choose your go-to oils. What do you like? What smells good? What when you breathe it in makes you go, oh, just has that immediate relaxing feeling to your body. Choose what oil will be your go-to oil. And then step number two, you're going to vow to yourself to keep this oil with you at all times. So if you need to change your pants today so that they have pockets, or if you need to put some oil in your purse, and make sure you have that with you all the time. If you have a keychain that can somehow carry essential oils, I want you to keep your chosen oil with you everywhere you go today. And then step three, what you're going to do is you're going to take your phone or whatever works for you to set some sort of alarm that goes off every 2 hours today. So from the time you watch this video, set an alarm for every 2 hours up until about bedtime. We don't want you, waking up in the middle of the night to do this. And then every time your alarm goes off today, you're going to use your essential oils. So even if you're not feeling super stressed, I know you might think you're not stressed, but I think all of us carry around a certain amount of stress. I want you to do this anyway, just to tune in and see how it feels. So let's say I chose the Stress Away blend. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I would open this up when my alarm goes off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop just 2 drops of oil in my hand, like that. And then I'm going to gently rub that in my palm, and then I'm going to cup my palms over my nose and my mouth. I'm going to breathe in nice and slow for a steady 5 to 10, preferably 10 deep breaths. So it would look something like this. I won't do the full 5 to 10. So that was just 2 breaths there. You can probably see it in my body already. I'm way calmer. Do at least 5 breaths. If you can do up to 10 deep breaths, do that. And then you've probably got a little excess oil left over on your hand after you're done doing your breathing, your deep, slow breathing. With that, do whatever you want with it. I tend to like to just rub it kind of on my chest so that I can still smell it really easily. Or I might rub it in my hair just to sort of get it out of my hand and onto my body somewhere. For more advanced oil users, if you feel comfortable, another thing you can do is take 1 drop of oil in the palm of your hand, swirl it 3 times with your finger counterclockwise, and then apply it to what's called the Shinmin point. It's an acupuncture point. Shinmin, I think is how you pronounce it, point on your ear, which is, it's just the center of the inside of the top of your ear. Press and hold that for 5 to 10 seconds with the oil applied. And you can do it with both at the same time. And the Shinmin point, what it does is it balances the left and right hemisphere of your brain to bring calming to the body. So we want this to be really easy and really super simple. So if you're blending your own essential oils up, I don't want you to have to open up 5 different bottles of oil and drop them in your hand. I want you to pre-mix your oils up if you are mixing your own oils. So get an empty oil bottle, pre-mix your oils up, and then keep that just 1 bottle with you all day long. So let's see. It's that simple, really. Let me see if there's any other tips I wanted to give. It's really that simple. There's not that much to it. I think the hardest part is going to be setting your alarm for every 2 hours and then making sure that whenever that alarm goes off, you stop, you pause, and you take the time to take 5 to 10 deep, slow breaths in of that oil. All right. So I want to hear, how is everyone feeling when you've been doing this challenge? Just in the comment section below this video, let us know, what oils are you trying? What are you feeling? How is it affecting your stress? And then at the end of the day, I want you to come back and report to us again, how your day went. Did you feel much of a difference when you implemented these tips for de-stressing? I'm going to go back through the Facebook comments now and look for any questions that I can help answer. I'm going to put my glasses on, so I apologize if there's some glare from my light here. But I hope you guys are feeling excited. I think that this is going to be a really great challenge for a lot of you, especially those who are still struggling with your sleep. This is going to help a lot. One last thing too, if you're really struggling with sleep and stress, and you'll know it, then I want you to also consider adding in 20 minutes of Yin Yoga to your day. So you could go to YouTube, type in 20-minute Yin Yoga, that's Y-I-N, Yin Yoga exercise, and do 20 minutes today of Yin Yoga to balance your stress. Personally, I really like Yoga with Adriene. She's a YouTuber who has a lot of free videos. Yoga out there would be a great place to start. All right, I'm going through and looking for questions. Stress, everyone's all right. I love seeing all these people on. You guys are just wonderful. Hi, hi, hi. Sorry, it's taking me a while to get to questions. Someone asked, can we make a rollerball? Renee's asking, can we make a rollerball? You can. I think that for the purpose of this, I really want people to focus on the deep, slow breathing part. And so for that, I feel like having a carrier oil mixed in with your essential oil, it's not going to release quite as much essential oil into your body. That being said, you know how much of not a perfectionist I am. If you want to make a roller bottle, totally fine. You can rub it onto your chest, rub it onto that shin mine point, and you can even rub it into your hand and breathe it in and see how that goes for you. So you don't need my permission, but if you wanted it, sure, you got it. Renee Collins says counterclockwise. So I've been taught that when you put a drop of oil in your hand to energize and activate the oil, you want to rub it clockwise. It might be mirror image on my video, so it might look counterclockwise, but I'm doing clockwise. I promise. Kat wants to know which essential oils are safe to use with dogs. So great question, Kat. There have been a few posts in the Facebook group already to address this, but the short version is it's a little bit of a hot topic, but dogs are definitely not nearly as sensitive to essential oils as cats are. So I do have a free essential oil guidebook that you can download from my homepage, SamanthaLeewright.com. That's LeeWright. Right on the homepage, download the free essential oil quick start guide, and it's going to have some basic safety tips specifically for cats. But if you have a small dog, you might want to consider just following the same guidelines that you use for cats as you would for dogs. Long story short, there's no definitive answer out there as to essential oils that absolutely can't be used with cats or dogs. Cats especially will process essential oils differently than humans, and if we don't give the cats a chance to excrete those essential oils from their bodies, they can build up to toxic levels. That's really only if we're using oils in excess and we're not giving our pets a choice in the matter. It's always important to give your pets a choice in the matter of using essential oils or not. Never force an oil on a dog. So let's say you have a dog and you're thinking, oh, I bet Stress Away would be great for them. Don't just go boop, 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 dropping it all over your dog. First, open up the bottle. They have such a strong sense of smell. You don't need to drop any oil in your hand for them to just immediately be able to smell whatever's coming out of this bottle. So from there, you can just sort of whiff it in front of their nose a little bit and just see how they react. That's the best thing you can do, is just to observe and see how your dog reacts to an essential oil. If they really like it, if they respond well to it, they should embrace it. And that's when you can use just a small amount of essential oil with your pets. You can rub it into their fur. I hope that's helpful. All right. Pamela Torres says, Valor makes everything better. Valor, that blend would be great to use for stress. Absolutely. Holly says, so going to do this. Thanks, Sam. She says she's going to drink water at the same time when her alarm goes off. Perfect. We actually are going to have water be one of our challenge days, so don't you worry. We're going to get to that. Maxine asked, should we not be mixing these with a carrier oil? I think for the purpose of this one, as I said, it's just on the palm of your hand, so you shouldn't have any dermatological reaction just on the palm of your hand. If you do, you're probably using an essential oil that is low quality, or you have extremely sensitive skin, in which case, yes, mix it with a carrier oil. All right. The frankincense mix should help with stress headaches as well. Great tip, Erica. Okay, I think I've got most of the questions here. Don't want to miss anything. Thank you so much, everyone who showed up live today. Really wonderful having you on. And we will see you back here tomorrow, the same time. We're going to do tomorrow's challenge, 12:30 Eastern. If you can't make it live, I understand. We've got people from all over the world here, which is so exciting. So you can always come back later and put something in the comments if you have a specific question. The replays will be here. We're also posting these on YouTube for those who are not on Facebook. So you can check your emails for that. And we'll see you tomorrow. And let me know how everyone is feeling today. All right. Bye-bye.